They were having such a great time. And These are slippers. This reminds me of Ernest. Ernest.
Way over there by where I got the barbecue, got the main entrance.
Look at them, they're huge. Little doves. I was going for a dog. I remember when we had sheep and goats. So cute.
Wait.
Ernie Evertrue, whatever are you doing?
Just making sure there aren't any villains lurking around here. Hey, you see anybody?
No.
Coast is clear.
And its traditions have been maintained every day since. Now have a great journey, folks, and we'll see you back at the station.
Why don't we teach him what happens to snitching? She would have done it too. I wouldn't have blamed him.
Stray spark and we'll all get blasted to Kingdom Come.
chicken now, though.
It doesn't look like that.